Colleen Works, 2011 Teacher of the Year. Come on down.
Mr. Duncan, I met you in D.C. and I want to say I appreciate that you're meeting with all of us in Washington, D.C. and we need practitioners at the table far more often than we have them, so I appreciate it. But I'm here today because when I sat down this morning to think about what I'd say when I was here, I counted up my students and I have 199 students that I'm currently teaching. I am teaching them in 3 different classes that span the range from life skills and special education students to AP students. Given the amount of preparation time I have in any given day, that adds up to less than 30 seconds per student that I teach. And yet, the Obama administration, the Department of Education, continues to talk about things like value-added models for teacher evaluation. Keeps talking about needed accountability for teachers in the classroom, for practitioners, and yet I see no measures of accountability coming out for those people who are setting up the conditions that are now. They're setting the conditions that are now going to hold me accountable for my students' performance when I have 199 students a day and less than 30 seconds for each one of them. So I guess my question is, first of all, I think value-added models sends a very negative message to teachers in general because, as was mentioned earlier, it appears to say that we won't do what we need to do unless there's some sort of financial incentive behind it. And as has already been mentioned by several speakers, we work amazingly long hours and are willing to do almost anything to see that our students are successful. But beyond that, it sort of sets up this people who are better, people who are worse. Even the race to the top seems to imply that some students are going to be more deserving of certain financial support than other students, and that concerns me. So given the reality in schools today, my concern is really around this value-added model, around accountability standards for teachers, not that we don't want to be accountable, but the way that's rolling out, and what research there really is that shows over time that this is in any way effective in improving education in the classroom.
These are all really good questions. A couple pieces. The group that I'm most concerned about supporting, this is not, I'll get to your specific question about grad in a minute, are those disadvantaged students who haven't had opportunities. One of the biggest things I'm proud of what we've gotten done is a massive increase in Pell Grants for young people who go to college. That's $40 billion. Hold that gap now, which is very, very disturbing to me, and we'll continue to push back. Be very clear what my priorities are. I just think there are a lot of children in this country who haven't had educational opportunity historically. Their communities haven't, their families haven't. Those are the children who need the most help, and that's where my focus is going to be. On value-add specifically, and I'm going to beg to differ with you a little bit. I think the first question we had was, I've never met a teacher or principal who was scared of accountability anywhere around the country. Everybody wants to be fair. And I think what didn't work on No Child Left Behind is just focus on a cut score. Massive focus around children right around that proficiency level. Students that were accelerated, they got left behind. Students that were special ed or had learning difficulties, they got left behind. And to me, this was all the wrong incentives. What I'm really interested in is how much are folks getting better each year? How much are they growing? And looking at gifted students, are they getting better? Looking at average students, looking at students who are struggling, are they getting better? Trying to figure out which schools, which districts, which states are closing achievement gaps, are raising the bar for all children. And I think that's a much fairer way to look at it, the levels of playing field. And these models are absolutely imprecise, are not perfect, are still being worked on. But I am very interested in not just our test scores. Test scores tell you a little bit. I want to look at graduation rates. Our graduation rates going up or down. Our dropout rates going up or down. Are your high school graduates actually college ready? Are they taking that next step of education? Are they persevering in 2-year institutions or 4-year community colleges? So there's a whole host of things. Now I'm interested in those trend lines. Are you getting better or not? I just met with a group the class project here on the chalkboard. Okay, I hear you. But let me just tell you what the data, maybe it's some propaganda, but so the data shows that they're seeing some real improvements. And those are districts that are moving forward and getting better faster. And is that the perfect model? Obviously not everyone here thinks it is. But I want to look at, given really tough economic times, how we accelerate the rate of growth and gain on a whole host of measures. So I would just beg to differ with you a little bit. I'm not interested in absolute proficiency, absolute test scores. I'm interested in growth and gain. Where you see a school district or just, say a high school that's gone from 60% graduation to 65 to 70, long way to go. Those trends are going the right way. That's a school I'm actually very encouraged about. Where you have a school that's a 75% graduation that's stagnating, not going anywhere, I'd actually be more concerned there, even though on an absolute basis their numbers are better. So I really want to look at progress, are we getting better, are we not? And so I just differ a little bit with you on your assessment of value add, looking at a whole host of different factors.